The movie starts with a man narrating a story of zoos to students in a museum. And here is a very stubborn girl who could do what people could stop her from doing. While in class, a notice was telling her not to touch the strings of the harp, but she touched. While going on for an exhibition, a notice was prohibiting them from entering some place. She insisted and wanted to enter with some friend of hers who refused. She entered the place and started wandering around. Boom, she came across a pair of rings shining green in a glass box and picked one. She was then caught by a security guard and she hid the ring behind her. The security guy asked her whether she saw the post prohibiting her not to enter the place. She says that she saw nothing like a sign, yet saw it with her two eyes. The security guy asked her to take her back to her school group, but she first wanted him to close his eyes for a magic trick. The guy never closed his eyes and they proceeded to her group. While moving, B had come out with one of the ring and was staring on it, and then knocked by a car. Here comes Cole and his mother driving to their new home after relocating themselves. They landed at their house and Cole appreciated it when his mother asked him how it was. They brought their stuff inside in the boxes. While Cole was going to play his guitar, he heard a gramophone and went upstairs to see, and switched it off. Early in the morning, taking breakfast, his mother asked him about starting school the next day, and he had no problem with it. When Cole was quitting online groups in his new school, his mother encouraged him to make friends, and at least join the music club since he was a good musician. They heard something falling and then Cole went there to check. He reached there thinking it was a rat, but nothing was there. He arranged and put back the chart, and then their cat appeared on the doorway with Bib, who was invisible to him, but the cat could see her. Cole went to school and he lied to the teacher that he didn't read the storybook. Yet the teacher found out he was lying. He was then advised by the teacher accordingly at the end of a lesson for his life. At lunchtime, he gets to know Lydia as his friend while having his bread. She tells him as she is good at knowing people haunted by ghosts on YouTube. He went back home and thought about his dad who had passed away. While throwing his shoes into the wardrobe, it opens and he sees an album of photos there. He picked it and started looking through the photos. While looking through the album, he came across a beautiful photo, and the owner told him it was private but thought she was invisible to him. The album closed itself and he wondered what was happening, and then a ring fell down. He stepped on a ring as he was preparing to go to school and picked it up. It shined green into his eyes and tries it on his fingers. Boom, he had a voice behind him and that was B. Boom, he had a voice behind him and that was B. She could disappear when he puts off the ring and appears when he puts it on. Then had a conversation and B told him as she was a ghost. She told him about the museum story, the rings, and how she was knocked down. She continued and told him how she was trapped in that house for 100 years. She could see people wanting to rent the house, but for her couldn't be seen. Cole's mom came to remind him about school but couldn't see B. He went to school and they were informed about the talent show to prepare. Back home, he saw his mom watching him play a guitar with his dad when he was still alive. He saw his mom in misery and he continued to his room. He put on the ring again and didn't see B and thought it was just an illusion. B scared him while he was opening his wardrobe and screamed. She suggested sharing a room with Cole, but he refused. She also suggested to be his friend, but he said he can't befriend the dead. He then removed the ring and went to do his work. Chairs started moving and he put the ring back to ask what was wrong. She asked him about the photo on the wall, and she was told that that was a pop star musician. She was asked whether she liked music, and she said music was his life, and her both parents were musicians. While having breakfast, his mom was looking for salt and B moved it, which made Cole scream, making his mother think Cole was worried about his father and losing her also. Cole told B to keep it as a secret, not to scare his mom, and made a deal to chill and hang out together when he is around. But Bib never understood what chilling meant, although it sounded good in her ears. Cole told he as she was a century-old ghost which she was sad about, and wished to know all about what she had missed. She then put her arm through the window, and she wasn't trapped, which made her happy. They then went outside and B made it outside. She then came to know that all along she was trapped by the ring. She became happy about the fresh air outside. They proceeded for a walk and Bid went on wondering. Cole showed her what she missed and she also showed how they used to dance. Cole showed her all she had missed on the internet and social media. Cole continued and explained to her the current world and showed her new albums on his phone. That went back home and she asked him to take her to his school, but Cole refused. He then accepted and went with her to school and met Lydia on their way to class. Lydia felt something unusual besides Cole, and saw a ring on Cole's fingers which he didn't explain to her. When Cole was still looking for her after talking to Lydia, he found her in some room playing a piano and she asked him to get a guitar. Oh, what a joy they played together and it was so wonderful. Back to Lydia, very curious about ghosts that haunt people, researched on Cole's ring. She researched on the internet and found out that the rings were cursed, and that the person who separates them is also corsed until they are returned as a pair. Bee asked Cole to play his guitar on a talent show and he accepted. Told her about his dad and the music he could play. Cole then got Bee and took her around the city and headed to a dancing hall. Bib was amazed with what she was seeing and liked it. Accidentally, someone poured beer on Bee and Cole held her in his hands. It amazed them to find that Bee was tangible and alive and they were happy with it. It was her first time for her dress to get wet, then Cole took her to change. He also changed and wore a suit while there. He saw a beautiful dazzling Bee coming and they went to a dance floor and Cole appreciated her. As they were cheering others, Bee got an interest to perform with Cole in the dancing competition. They danced, but their dances never impressed anyone. They shared a moment together and danced as a couple. He then fell in love with Bee, a haunting ghost. The next day, Lydia called Cole to pass by their shop and he went there. She showed him theory about the rings and explained to him that the person who separated them was cursed and it haunts the person who finds the ring. She told him the only way to break the curse was to return the ring to its pair. She showed him where the other ring was and it was in New York in a museum. When he was told that after uniting the rings a ghost disappears, he felt bad to lose Bee. He then practiced the way to deliver the news to Bee and went home. On entering his room, he found Bee had designed it with lights and she welcomed him. Cole figures how to tell Bee about the news he got, but Bee never minded. She told Cole that was a stage for him to prepare for the talent show. He then sings for her and the performance was awesome. She told him to play it at the talent show or other songs. When Bee asked him to tell her about the news, he felt like not telling her. While they were practicing music together, his phone brought a notification message saying that no more ghosts and Bee want to know what was wrong with that. He told her that the curse could be broken when they reunite the rings. But Cole never wanted it to happen because he was gonna miss Bee. Bee became angry and told Cole that it is his fault for her to be stacking ghostology. They got a misunderstanding and Bee told him to put off the ring and go away. When Lydia called, the phone was answered by his mom and told her that Cole was practicing music with his friends at school. When Lydia went to school, she found a piano playing itself. She reached inside and saw the ring, which she put on and saw Bee. Lydia explained to Bee everything about the rings. When Cole called at the museum, they told him that the ring will be shipped the next day. He rushed to school to tell Bee the good news he had got. Lydia offered them a drive to the museum in New York. They went, entered the museum, and started searching for the ring. Cole found the box where the ring was kept and laid it down and opened it. He asked Bee whether she was ready to reunite the rings. Bee gave him a goodbye and Cole told as he was gonna miss her. He then removed the ring and saw Bee perishing and reunited the ring again. Bee broke the curse and her album showed her later photos. She was also not knocked at the exiting, breaking the curse completely. Cole found new friends at school and he continued with his music. While Bee was moving around, she heard familiar music notes and went to see. She found Cole singing a song, Still Haunted by You, which made her feel emotional. That's the end of the story. Thanks for watching.